Our readings for today start with Anna Maria Schua's 3 microstories. All of these challenge assumptions. They either challenge assumptions about identity or genre or beliefs that we hold, and the genre she's using particularly helps her to do this, creating just a moment, a different way to look at it in a moment, rather than telling it in a narrative. Let's start by actually reading one of these stories. Anna Maria Schua's Cannibals and Explorers. The cannibals dance around the explorers. The cannibals light the fire. The cannibals have faces painted in 3 colors. The cannibals prefer the heart and the brains, disdaining the tender flesh of the thighs and leftover intestines. The cannibals consume those parts of the body they believe will instill in them the virtues they admire in their victims. The cannibals partake of their ritual banquet without pleasure or mercy. The cannibals don the explorers' clothes. The cannibals, once in London, deliver scholarly lectures on cannibals. What is that story saying? First of all, how many times is the word cannibals repeated there? And what does that mean? Hearing it in every single sentence. How does that make us think about the identity of the people being discussed there? Does it give them an individual identity, or does it make them part of an other, a group that's apart from us? And how does the last sentence challenge our assumptions about who these cannibals are? Do we think that the cannibals that the explorers from London came to see actually come back to London? Or were the cannibals the explorers themselves? These are the kinds of questions that Shua is raising in her audience as she is asking us to consider the encounter between the Americas and Europe in a different context. Something else to think about in this deliberate word choice. What kind of images does Shua create with her very condensed use of language? You notice there aren't many adjectives, but there are a few. Each one is very specifically chosen to send a particular message. Think about all these things as you're going through our discussion questions today, and think about how this works as sudden fiction. How would this be different if it were a short story with a plot that developed about meeting cannibals? How is this sudden moment that's created in the very first sentence? The cannibals dance around the explorers. There's no development there. It's happening right at that moment. And is that last sentence part of the moment, helping us understand what's going on? Or is it pushing against the conventions of the genres of sudden fiction? Think about that as you answer our questions, and I look forward to reading your answers.